Welcome to Donford on a Saturday morning, where we are not riding any of these. In fact, what we are riding this morning, no, we're not riding him.
Morning, guys. Morning.
Morning, Chad.
Yes, sir.
What's on the agenda this morning? Wait, hold on to that.
Fantastic.
So. Let's get into this. Chad and I are on a project. We're on a Saturday morning.
Gallo versus the world.
Gallo versus the world. Where Chad invites us for breakfast and throws a lucky packet.
I don't know if I'm sharing my breakfast, brother, but okay.
Chad, you tell the world what is your breakfast budget?
Look, daily budget is $800, but I think I spend half of that on breakfast.
On breakfast.
As much bagels
Umar,
as I can get.
let's introduce Umar to the world. Welcome to the world, Umar. Umar Capri, one of my very oldest bike buddies. We've been riding together many years.
Yeah.
I met him as Buta Umar, not realizing he's 10 years younger than me. He looks for Neil. But anyway. Let's come back to Chad.
That's a rough one, my bro.
Chad, explain to us the
What can you say
project.
about me? So basically what we're doing is Mr. Gallo, the famous Mr. Gallo, is test riding on the range of our BMW bikes. And we're giving him everything and anything. Every now and then we'll surprise him with something, like we did with the automatic RT. Today we're doing 310 GS and a 310R.
310 GS,
100%.
the smallest BMW
smallest
bike.
BMW bike at the moment in the new range. It's entry level, so we'll see what you think about that, what you and Umar think about that.
Okay.
And don't be scared of it. It's talky, handles well. I think it's something that racing for guys can get used to. And yeah, let's see if you guys enjoy it. What do you think about those two bikes?
Okay. Chad.
So check this out.
Okay, so Chad is giving us the G310, that's this bike here, Sport, and the GS310, which is the adventure slash bike.
M Sports.
M Sport. But we don't know which one to ride first. We're gonna swap in any case.
Show them what you guys are doing to swap the bikes, bro. This is classic.
So heads or tails? Umar is calling heads for the heads is sport. Sport, yeah. Okay, go for it. Heads is sport. Yes, Umar, that's yours.
Oh my goodness, bro. I think this is the next thing for rallies, bro. Who do you take on? For your coin, that's it, bro. Gentlemen, ride safely. Take it easy. Enjoy it.
Let's go and feel some small things.
Afternoon, guys. I think it's 5 o'clock now. Way past the boss's hour. And I'm sure you guys are wondering why we got an outfit change here. We had some technical difficulties last week, so Umar won't be joining us today. We can edit him somewhere in the video. But due to that technical difficulties, we have to shoot over today. Mr. Gallo, you want to explain to the audience why and what happened? I think it's the 310's experience that blew you away there.
Nah, look, you gotta understand. Nah? I'm new to all this editing and videos and stuff. So it was my mistake. It was my lack of knowledge. But we're gonna do it over.
We're getting old, brother.
We're getting out. Obviously, what we stuffed up last week, um, it's gonna just give us grounds to improve on coming Saturday.
100%.
You know, so that we'll stay on par.
Look, this is going to be a learning stage all the time, so I think what we must do is just improve as we go along and obviously take some notes and get some tips from elsewhere. But yeah, we're back.
The coffee is always on point.
100%, bro. 100%.
Okay, back to business.
This is the first cup of coffee this man has had with me in 2 weeks. Huh? It's been 2 weeks. Disappointing, brother. I'm disappointed.
I apologize.
I had to force it down his throat. I had to force the coffee down his throat. Yeah, so yeah.
Let's go for it.
100%, bro.
Okay, so coming back to Saturday morning, we got in here as per the project we're running with Chad. We come in and it's a lucky packet. I don't know what I'm gonna ride. Chad has a packet of surprises. To my surprise, we came in here and Chad handed us the keys to the smallest bike on the BMW showroom, the R310 and the GS310.
If you can GS with an R.
Chad, you want to tell us a bit about the bike?
Yeah, so the 310 is the entry level to BMW. It's the smallest motorcycle we're making currently. It's been in production since 2016 or 17, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, at the moment, it's also the cheapest motorcycle we have in stock in terms of finance and overall price. It was the entry, like I said, entry level to BM.
This is gonna be gone.
Bro, I can't say the same. I like my life at the moment. But like I said, it's a small bike. It's a commuter. It's a beginner bike. It's an entry of the welcome to BMW. I'm sure when you rode the bike, you saw and you could feel the quality of that bike. But I'll give it back to you, and you can tell us a bit of your experience. What do you think?
Let's go for it. So, we left here, myself and Umar tossed the coin, and that determined what bike we're gonna ride. Okay? It was my luck of the draw
Yeah.
that I got the GS
Yeah.
and Umar got the 310,
In the motorsport.
the motorsport, the R version. Okay? So, just to give you a background as to where we went. So, we leave Motorcycle Donford. Um, we headed up Kloofneck, over the mountain, down to Camps Bay, all the way upland Dadno, into Outbay. So in Outbay we stopped, we swapped bikes, and then we took Kirstenbosch way all the way home. I had to somehow find a way to sneak the Val drive in. So which bike is faster? So which bike is faster? Umar does have my duck going upland Dadno. I was on the GS. Okay. But I had to sneak the Val in to get back at him. Okay. So what was my experience of the bike? Given the distance that we done, Chad gave us no more than 60 Rand fuel.
Yeah.
And if you do the math, 60 Rand fuel is about 3 liters. 3 liters of fuel. And we went around the mountain.
Did your fuel gauge did it actually move?
Look, the GS had fuel in. The 310 was on empty.
Oh, yeah.
You put in 60 bucks,
Yeah.
and the fuel light came on as we turned back into the dealership.
If I remember correctly, when I checked the display on that bike, the range when I gave it to you guys was on something like 80 something on the R, and the GS was at about 120. But just the overall range coming back, you still had about 40 range on the bike. So that bike's are very economical at the moment.
So, what's my opinion of the bike? Is it a sport bike? No, it's not. It's not a race bike. It's not the S1000. It's a daily commuter. Who's the bike for? So, in my opinion, if you if you needed an affordable, economical, reliable mode of transport, this is what you're gonna buy.
Just to
In
touch,
my opinion.
just to touch on the affordability factor, that bike brand new costs you the 310R is at about 95,000 rand. If you look at the GS version, it's 112. We've got specials running current in those bikes with a voucher of 7.5 at the moment. And that takes that bike to a brand new bike to about 86,000, 87,000 rand on the auto side. And obviously on the GS side, it's about 105. But in finance terms, I think that's what's so important here. Is when I told you the finance amount, that 310R is 799 rand a month. Seven, and, 799 rand a month. And I'm sure when you rode the bike, you felt the quality of the bike.
So, talking about quality, In this range, you have the MT-03,
Yeah.
you've got the Z300,
RC90
you've got the
KTM.
RC90, 390 KTM,
390, yeah.
and you've got the Honda also that's a 300.
You had a 300.
You
It's a
had it.
500.
It's a 500 now. Okay. The difference that I felt on this bike, when you get onto the bike, when you feel the knobs and the switches and the it's BMW, man. It feels like a BMW.
And look,
Does it have the TFT displays of the? No, it doesn't. It's got a digital display, but it's a basic bike. Okay. What caught my attention riding the bike though, it's not slow.
100%.
So myself, Chad, and Umar, who's now not here today, we are both on the greater side
Plus size.
on,
Plus size.
of the 100 kilogram mark.
The plus size boys.
Okay.
Over.
Plus size, yeah. But would I use the bike as a daily commuter? Absolutely. You know, um, Chad, we spoke about. I questioned the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay, vibrate brakes. I went to go do my homework about it. Do you want to fill the public in about what is the vibrate about?
So the Vibre is basically a version of Brembo brakes. Brembo is obviously what you get on the bigger bikes, on the S1000s and those things. And the Vibre is a product of Brembo, which we have on our 310. It's got ABS as well, two-stage ABS system on the 310s. For a little bike, I think that's all the safety factors you need. And Umar, like Umar said last week, when you touch that brakes, it's right there. And like he said, something that I really liked was he likes to feel safe on a bike, and for him, that's what he felt going out of the door. I'm sure in the little clip you can see he actually testing the brakes as he's pulling out here. So that Vibre brake system is something that, not to boast or to brag, that other brands don't have. You can feel the build quality. You can feel the quality of the German engineering in these bikes.
So, coming back to styling of the bike. You know what? Okay, let's insert a photo here somewhere. Right? Looking at the styling of the bike, I think the only thing sport about it is the colors. Okay, like let's be honest. But that's not what we're here for. Okay. But if you look at this bike, right? Let's take off the mirrors. Okay. Let's take off that exhaust. Okay, and let's take off the tail tidy. Let's put the small tail tidy on there.
100%.
Let's put bar and clip-ons,
Clip-ons on there.
bar and mirrors,
Yeah.
and some carbon bits. Kuni, carbon bits. You've got something that will look snazzy to the eye.
Yes.
You know, for $7.99 a month, I promise you, my bro, that is less than my
Your Wi-Fi bill
that's less than my cell phone account. You know, so coming back to it, economical, affordable, reliable is the most important thing.
It's got the 5-year warranty as well. So just like every other brand, every other bike in our range, it's got the 5-year warranty on there as well. At the moment, there's no service plans available for the BMW range, but there is talks in the near future of a little surprise. I think something that's going to change the market big time. If you think BMW is taking over now, we're going to own the market when this pops up. So yeah, what did you think, Marana?
Okay, so between the two bikes, which one is the better bike? I can't say. Okay, um, the 310 is a much smaller frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the R. It's a much smaller bike.
Yes.
So the bigger guys, I felt a bit more comfortable on the GS. Okay, however, I do think that the R version is a little bit more nippy
Yes.
and more agile in the corner. It might be due to the seating position, or it might just be a mental state. But again, like I say, going up the mountain, Umar did come past me, but the Val is my playground. You know. Other than that, I haven't read the brochure. Okay, so I don't know what the power figures are. But according to the internet, it's somewhere around 35, somewhere there HP. Right? It's not a race bike, but it's an economical mode of transport. What would I rate the bike out of 10?
That's an important question.
You know, when I say rate the bike, you have to keep in mind that I'm rating it against the other bikes
Yes.
in this category. And I'm gonna have to be bold. And disclaimer,
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid by BMW for anything. So this is my
We're not
honest
paying.
opinion.
Like everybody says, we don't have money.
We don't have,
We
you
don't
know
have
what?
money.
Mitch gives us coffee, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say on a scale of 1 to 10, for what the bike is worth, I'm gonna have to give it a 8.
I would agree
And
with you.
you know what? If another brand, let's actually put the challenge out to the other brands.
Why
Give
not?
me something
Why not?
to compare to it
Why not?
to
Yeah.
to alter the scale.
Why
But
not?
I'm gonna have to give the BMW R310. I'm gonna have to give it a 8.
Look, I would say, for me, in my opinion, again, this is not a review of the bike or anything. It's two guys with a bit of experience that's riding bikes and giving the feel for it. That bike for me is a 8. You saw me a while back riding the GS, and all fun and games. I look like a sausage on that bike. No, the bike looks like a sausage under me. The bike works for what I use it for. It works well. I think I fold that bike up every 2 weeks and then I rode it to work without the problem. Nothing, no issues.
So a joint recommendation between the two of us, and I spoke to Umar offline. Yeah, Umar is here, but he's not here.
Insurance spirit.
He's here in spirit. Um, pros and cons. You know what? We would probably. You need a little bit more, man.
Yeah.
Just
Power wise.
you literally just need that edge
Yes.
for a bigger guy.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Pros of the bike. I would have to give it to the economical aspect. The fuel efficiency. I'm gonna have to give it to the bike.
I agree.
Okay. So other than that, again, I'm gonna keep my score at 8 out of 10. If there's any other
Other brands?
brand that is willing to um, take on the challenge, let's give it a shot.
By all means.
Okay. Chad, we see you when?
Saturday. Saturday you'll see me. Well, that's tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning.
Okay, so tomorrow morning we'll be back here, Chad. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna be riding. It's a lucky packet key. Um, but stay tuned, guys. Criticize us, give us your feedback. Um, our contact details are at the bottom of the screen. If you want to come in and experience the bike, bring your license along and come and say hello to Chad. You would be able to take the bike for this ride. Okay, Chad, we'll see you Saturday
Thank you,
morning.
brother. Thank you very much.
Awesome, bus. Thanks, man.